Hi everybody, how's it going? I hope everybody had a wonderful Thanksgiving, and I hope everyone is enjoying this long weekend from school or work or whatever you do. I'm definitely enjoying it, and I'm not excited to go back to work on Monday. But today I'm going to be doing a review on the Maybelline Dream Wonder Fluid Touch Foundation. I think this is Maybelline's newest foundation, and I figured why not do a review? I'm really lacking on reviews on my channel, so I figured let's make it a point to do more reviews. Are you guys down with that? So yeah, quick review. This is obviously the new Maybelline Dream Wonder Fluid Touch Foundation. It's in this beautiful, it's glass, and it has this kind of like ovally shape right here. I'm in the color 20 Classic Ivory. This has an SPF of 20, which actually makes a lot of sense now that I'll tell you guys later. But you unscrew the cap and you get a little dropper device type thing. You kind of have to go like this and then let the foundation drop. It's not how I apply it, but I'll show you guys that later. Anyway, I'm just going to go through the claims really quickly. There's 12 shades in this foundation. They're all pretty, I don't know, I think there isn't a really dark shade, which can kind of be, you know, it's not that great, but it has a good selection of lighter shades. Anyway, product details: breakthrough texture, fuses with skin, a finish so impeccable yet undetectable. Exclusive dropper, medium to full coverage, ideal for normal skin. So I do have to agree with texture, fuses with skin, a finish so impeccable yet undetectable. I mean, not totally undetectable, but when you first apply this, your face is flawless, and it's pretty matte, but it's not cakey either. Sometimes with Revlon Color Stay Liquid, I can apply the foundation, my face looks flawless, but you can kind of see and tell that I have foundation on. With this, it's definitely more natural, but still gives a flawless finish. So that's what I had to say about that. Exclusive dropper, I'm not a huge fan of the dropper at all. I don't like that. I'd rather them just give this little screw cap, take the dropper off, and then I'll shake it up and put it on my face. To be honest, I don't use the dropper. Well, I kind of do. You'll see it in the demo. Actually, I'm going to share with you guys now what I like to do. You have to shake the bottle that's in the directions. It is a very liquidy foundation, so I mean you have to shake it up. You shake it up, and what I do is I take the dropper out and I kind of I don't know, take off a little of the excess, and then I kind of put this all over my face. I drag the wand all over my face, and that might not be the most sanitary thing in the world, but hey, I'm the only one using this foundation. Nobody else is going to be using it. It works for me, so that's what I do. I don't have the patience to like let the dropper kind of just drop on my fingertip. There's no way I'm going to do that. And I like to apply this foundation with a beauty sponge. I use this one by Real Techniques, but I also use the Beauty Blender with this too, and I think it's perfect. A little of this stuff goes a really long way, and sometimes I put a little bit too much, but the Beauty Blender does a good job at just soaking up the excess product that I'm putting on my face, and it just gives a nice light coverage. With a brush, I just feel like it's a little bit too heavy, so yeah, Beauty Sponge is the way to go for me. I do feel like it gives medium to full coverage. You can definitely do a second layer, and like it'll be super full coverage. With the thin layer that I put on, it covers up most of my pigmentation stuff, hyperpigmentation, but you can kind of still see my little acne scars and stuff like that, and like a little active breakout here. But I honestly am not complaining. I like to use concealer to cover up the little things. When you first apply this, your face is going to be really matte, but throughout the day it starts to get dewy and dewier, and it just gets super dewy. To be honest, by the third hour, I'm starting to see, you know, that I'm getting a little bit more oil. Not too much, but what I like to do is blot first with either a blotting paper, or personally I like to use Starbucks napkins. They are awesome at absorbing oil, and they're free. So I mean, it would be nice if you bought something from Starbucks and then steal their napkins, but hey, if you don't want to buy a Starbucks drink, or you don't like coffee or tea, just go into Starbucks, grab some napkins, and you're good to go. But yeah, I like to blot first, and then I'll have either my L'Oreal True Match powder with me that I like to kind of blot with, or I'll also use the Maybelline Fit Me powder. And when I first apply this foundation, by the way, I set it with the Maybelline Fit Me powder first, and I really think that this helps keep it on and matte longer. So definitely set this with the powder. That's like an absolute must. People with oily skin, you can definitely get away with using this foundation for maybe 5 hours, but I wouldn't wear this to work if you have oily skin, because you're definitely going to have to be patting and blotting and powdering up multiple times, a lot of times throughout the day. So overall, I really do like this foundation. Like I said, it gives me a really nice flawless base, and because I have dry skin, I kind of like that it starts to get dewy throughout the day, but I mean, it gets to the point where it's too dewy, and then I'm like, ugh, gross. But I really do like the foundation. I wish the applicator was a little bit different, but that's really nothing to complain about. I do really like the coverage. Like I said, you can do a thin layer, get some good coverage, or you can really build it up to a full coverage. Going back to the SPF. So recently in some pictures that I've been taking, I've been noticing that I look a little bit too white. I mean, don't get me wrong, I am really pale, and when I see myself in those pictures, I'm like, yeah, that's me. I guess I need to lay out for a couple hours. But I mean, I just realized that this is SPF 20, and I think that's been putting a white cast on my face because I was just too white. But so I don't really think I'm gonna keep using this at night, or if I'm gonna be taking like flash photos or whatever. Like I'll wear this during the day, and I know I'm not going to be using a flash or taking pictures, but from now on I know at night I'm not going to use this, even though I really wish I could, just because it gives a really nice, flawless, matte, kind of satiny finish. I wish it wasn't 20. I wish there wasn't SPF of 20 in it, but I mean, what are you gonna do? People with oily skin, you can definitely get away with wearing this maybe for shorter periods of time. Dry skin, definitely go through your whole work day. Just make sure you're blotting and using some powder. I love the finish. It covers well. It feels nice. It doesn't break me out. It's not irritating. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this review, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!